You are now listening to the Vitalize podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so incredibly excited, elated, ecstatic, and all the other fancy words that start with E to let you know that I'm excited to be in your presence today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. Listen, man, I'm super grateful, thankful, and blessed just to be in your presence, man. There's joy down in my heart. And this joy comes from an opportunity to connect with the greatest community on planet Earth. Yes, I'm bragging. I'm talking about you. And you guys have listened, you've shared, you've connected, you've supported. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to say thank you. I just want to let you know I'm appreciative of you for caring. Listen, if you're here for the very first time, no such thing as a second-time guest. So listen, if you like positivity, inspiration, motivation, affirmation, all positivity all day, then I might be for you. Welcome. Pull up a seat, sit back, relax, and get ready to go on this incredible journey together. If positivity ain't your thing, I might not be for you, because you're not going to find the gossip blogs or the trauma, drama, all of that stuff here. But what you will find is life. What you will find is hope. What you will find is joy. What you will find is the courage to press through whatever situation or circumstance you might find yourself facing. So that to say, man, let's go on a ride. Let's go on a journey together. And speaking of a journey, I have been on the most epic of journeys. Matter of fact, many of you who followed this podcast for multiple years have seen the journey. You've lived it out. You've lived with me. You've gone on the trajectory. You've seen the highs. You've seen the lows. You've seen the wins. You've seen the successes. And there's been a whole lot more of those than losses over the course of the last 18 to 24 months have been kind of bananas. And that's really what I want to get into. And you're like, okay, what does it have to do with me? Is this guy about to just be bragging on himself? No, I'm not. But I am going to share a lot of the things that I have achieved and accomplished. Why am I going to do that? Because I need you to know what's possible. I need you to understand what can happen for you, because there's no difference in me and you. Yeah, you see me. Some of y'all don't see me. Some of you hear me. It doesn't sound beautiful, all pristine, nice, clean, and clear. Shout out to Taylor and Rose Records Creative. Come on, man. Shout out, right? I get it. Sound amazing. But if you're watching this, then you see that it looks amazing too. So shout out to the people who are watching this. If you don't know how to watch, a shameless plug. YouTube, man. Follow the podcast on YouTube, the Vitalize Podcast. You can search it up there. You can watch these episodes. You can take them in, put them on your TV, full 4K. We are live in living color. Here we are. And that's what this is for. But this isn't about me. I'm just an ordinary person. And as my mentor, Trent Shelton, would tell you, a legend is literally just an ordinary person who made extraordinary choices in their life. So hopefully that by the end of this, what you will see is that there's no difference in me and you other than a will to persist, a will to press towards the goal, a will to take a step to go get what it is that I felt like I wanted in this life. And I'm challenging you to do the same, because you can. Hey, there's that word. We'll talk about that a little bit, just where that comes from. But here's the thing. I've been on this journey, and the journey that I've been on is an epic one. Oh, man, I feel like I've just been over the moon with excitement, because many of you know I've been traveling, and I recently finished up a spring leg of the M Black Speaks official tour 2025. I have done some calculations. I haven't fully done the calculations on the numbers of people in the audience, but we're sitting somewhere between 40, 50,000 people impacted live in the flesh. And then I know for a fact there's been over 22,000 air miles traveled over the course of 4 months from my heart, just going and pouring and pouring and pouring into the people who needed to be poured into. That's what we have done. And I look back, and I've just recently had some downtime to reflect over that journey. And I'm just filled with tears. And some of you are like, man, that's cool, but why are you sad? There's no sadness. There's not a sad bone in my body. The tears are literally like just rain from my soul of joy and it just has been a moment as I just sit here, even in this moment, feeling overwhelmed. I'll give you an example. One of the last talks I did, Seattle, Washington. I got off the stage, and here's the thing most people don't realize. I'm a speaker, so I tell a lot of stories. Story after story after story after story. But guess what? Those stories are not just stories. You've been listening to this podcast. You can go back and hear some of the world's saddest, most traumatic stories that I have personally lived. But what people may not realize is just because I have gotten so accustomed or so skilled to share these stories in a smooth way, in a way that just allows you to feel, but not too low, and be impacted by these stories, they're still very real stories. Every story that I tell you is a story that I lived. So in order for me to tell it in a way and convey it in a way to you that allows you to receive it, that allows it to impact you, I have to take myself back through the ringer. I got to go back to the very place of that pain. I have to go back. And I got to relive it all over again and again and again and again. But that's something I'll be willing to do every single day of the week, because I know that me reliving my pain and my trauma encourages you. Me reliving that pain and that trauma inspires you. Me reliving those stories, those nightmares equips you. And guess what? Your pain, your trauma, your stories, your nightmares, your dreams, those are not just for you. They're meant to be shared with someone else, because you have the power to inspire, educate, and equip people to go live their best life. That's what we're here for. And I had just gotten off that stage in Seattle, and I was overwhelmed. I was just rocked, because I had just took myself through the ringer for those people in that audience. But I saw tears in that audience. I saw smiles in that audience. I saw hope in that audience. I saw healing in that audience. And then I walked outside, and I was surrounded by great, magnificent trees in the wooded area out in Seattle. And the waterworks just started falling from my eyes, because all I could think is, wow, God, you used me. Little old me. From Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised in Hernando, Mississippi. Little old me, you used me. Little old me, you saw me. And where all I could see is insecurity, all I could see is pain and trauma, all I could see is deficit, you saw a leader, you saw a light, you saw a person created for impact. And you saw fit to use me to touch the hearts and lives of thousands of people. When I tell you I was just overwhelmed, just crying fully. I had to get myself together, because I knew they were about to come running out of that building and want to take pictures and want me to sign things. But once I got myself together, I realized, man, this is life. I am living. I am fully alive. There was a moment in my life where I was asking God, why me? Why did I go through pain? Why did I go through trauma? Why did I go through adversity? Why me? Why me? Why me? And after years of asking that question, I had the revelation that I was never going to get an answer to that question, because the entire time I've been asking the wrong question. You see, the question was never why me? The question was always what for? What is it for? And when I realized that my pain had a purpose, I was able to use that pain through storytelling to serve other people and help them live out their purpose. That's what I'm all about. And so as a result of that, I've been doing that. So I shared this episode for a couple of reasons. I literally, over the course of the last few months, I was everywhere from Chicago at the top of the year, Myrtle Beach, Las Vegas, not once but twice. Seattle, not once but twice. The second time being in Tacoma, Washington. Where else did I go? Dallas, multiple times. San Antonio. Like, come on, man. Just here, there, and everywhere. And every time there was people impacted. Every time I'm just sharing in front of thousands and thousands and thousands. And my heart couldn't be more full because I used to pray for times like this. There was a moment in my history where I used to pray for times like this. I'm talking like I had to literally grind like that to shine like this. Shout out to my people. If you know, you know. Like there were things that I had to do. There was work that I had to put in when I started this, when nobody was listening, when nobody was watching, when nobody cared. But I wasn't doing it for the eyeballs. I wasn't doing it for the likes. I was doing it for the love and not for the likes. I was showing up every single day because I had a dream. There was a vision in my mind of what the life looked like, and the life looked like meeting people all over the world. The dream looked like hopping on and off a jet and going and stepping into purpose on stages and lighting souls on fire on their personal mission on the planet. That's what the dream looked like. And guess what? I'm sharing this episode to let you know I am fully living that dream. I don't have another job. My job is when someone calls and says, hey, man, are you available on blump, 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 XYZ? Yes, I am. Okay, great. I'm having XYZ event, symposium, gathering, meeting. Would you be willing? Could we? What would it take to get you here? That is the life. I'm traveling. I'm meeting people. I'm impacting people. Everything I envisioned in my mind has come to fruition, has come to pass. The dream. And I share that for no other reason than a desire in my heart for you to fulfill your dream too. You can have your dream. You can live your dream. You can live your dream. You can live your dream. I know you live in a world that's telling you you can't. They lied. You can tell them I said it. I know your situation and your circumstances don't match up with the things that I'm saying. Neither did mine. Nobody was paying me to talk when I started. Every speaking engagement I did for more than a year, I did for free. Matter of fact, many of them I paid to get there. I'm losing money. Somebody's like, I can't afford to do that. Can you though, if it's attached to your purpose? Maybe I might have sounded crazy. Maybe I look crazy, but I just believed in my heart that maybe one day the tide would turn. And when the tide turned, life would be good. Living on purpose, on mission, for impact. And to the person that's sitting under the sound of my voice and like, man, that's amazing for you. You're so amazing. You're so awesome. I celebrate you. So a lot of y'all gonna send me some DMs. You're so amazing. You're gonna comment on these posts when you see them. You're so awesome. You're so incredible. I don't wanna hear that. Thank you though. I appreciate you. I'm not trying to be rude, but what I'm saying is it's not about me. This episode is not for you to give me accolades. Guess what? I got enough of that on my own. Just living out my dream is accolade enough. That's all I need. Being able to step out and fulfill the dream. What you can do for me though is to step out and make your dream a reality. Instead of telling me how amazing I am, show the world how amazing you are, because I know it's there. I know it's in you. Instead of being so happy for me, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate that. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm grateful that you are celebrating me, but I want to celebrate you. I want you to celebrate you. I want your people and your peers to celebrate you, because you didn't let the things that tried to break you break you. You didn't let the things that tried to pull you down stop you. You didn't allow the pain and the trauma and the situations and the circumstances to stop you from being great. You didn't let it happen. You just kept going. You just kept grinding. You just kept putting one foot in front of the other. And that's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. I couldn't help myself. But seriously, that is what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And I just wanted to say, I did, so you can too. Was it easy? No. Was it easy becoming a speaker when everything in my brain told me, who do you think you are? Boy, you can't do that. You're not good enough to do that. You're not talented enough to do that. You're not good enough with words to do that. Why do you think that's something you can do? You do remember you failed public speaking in college, right? Your own mind will be your own worst enemy sometimes. I said best enemy, best and worst enemy. Be your worst enemy and the best enemy. All inside the inner me, your mind. Reminding me. You failed public speaking in college, bro. Who do you think you are? Why do you think this is a thing you can do? Because God said so. I don't know what to tell you other than I prayed about it. I fasted about it. I went to war over this purpose, over this calling. And I accepted that call. And I was accepting that call for better or for worse. Almost like a marriage vow is the vow that I made to God about this here purpose that he gave me. Are you willing to go that far? Are you willing to treat your purpose like a literal marriage vow between you and God? Just like if you were to stand before God and say, in sickness or in health, for better or for worse, rich or poor, no matter what, I'm committed to this person. Guess what? Are you committed to your purpose? For better or for worse, in sickness or in health, till the day that you die, till death do you part from this earth, will you commit to your purpose? Will you give everything you got to your purpose? Will you maximize every ounce of energy you have and stop making excuses about the things that you don't have, the motion that you don't have, the money that you don't have, the time that you don't have? Guess what? You live in the same world with everybody, and I know your circumstances might be different. But you can keep focusing on what you cannot control, or you can shift your perspective to focus on what you can control. And if you do that, you can take control of the life that you live, of the part that you control. There's so much you don't control. That's not your concern. Well, they don't see me. They don't respect me. They don't know me. They don't care about me. They don't listen to me. They don't take me serious. Okay, who cares? Stop focusing on them. There's a whole other world of people who are looking for you. They're waiting on you, and they can't find you because you're too worried about this person. Get out of here, man. Cut it out. Here's what I know about you. Greatness lives inside of you. You were born great. You were born in a world that's wanting you to conform and fit in and be like everybody else. You were born to stand out. You were born a leader. You were born a warrior. You've overcome sickness. You've overcome danger. You've overcome trauma. You've overcome pain. You have overcome heartbreak, heartache. You have overcome grief. You have overcome it all. And you're still standing. And because you're still standing, you're moving and you're grooving toward something greater than yourself. You're moving towards the dream. And sometimes it gets a little rough when you're moving towards the dream. You know how I know? Because it's gotten a little rough for me time and time again. But what I did not do was stop moving forward toward the dream. And what I refuse to let you do is to stop moving forward toward the dream. I'm challenging you to just keep going. I'm challenging you. Max out. You only get one life. Don't sit here and make every excuse about why you can't do more, about why you can't have the dream. And then one day when it's time for you to leave this earth, only thing on your mind is, I wish I had went for it. I wish I had dove deeper. I wish I had tried harder. I wish it's too late at that point. All you have is right now. So show up right now. Show up with the gift right now. Show up and show out for your future. Your future self is waiting on you. And not only that, every person who was put on the planet to cross your path that needs you is waiting. They're waiting, but they don't have forever. Don't rob someone of freedom because you're afraid. Don't rob someone of freedom because you're not ready. Don't rob someone of freedom while you living inside your head. Burst that little bubble. Get your little self up. Take action towards the goal and the dream, and go deliver the goods. Go live the dream. Go own the moment. Go walk in purpose, and go create greatness in your life, and go build the life that you love to live, and you do it for no other reason than because you can. Straight like that.